This is the Big O Show. 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 This is...
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new Integra. Only $299 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
The Sultan's choice for excitement and a caravan of savings awaits at Toyota of Hollywood. Your wish for savings has been granted with discounts of up to $4,500. Take a magic carpet ride in a Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our Grand Bazaar where you'll find epic savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new ADX. Only $299 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Alrighty, good afternoon, boys and girls. It is time to rock and roll here on the show, and we are at Hialeah Park. Having some fun. We're in the second floor poker room, having a good time. Come on by and say hi and join us. Sean Stanley by my side. It is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Day number 18,900 since the Finns won the title. It is day number 8,684 since the Miami Hurricanes were champions, and 113 straight days that Bitcoin has been over $100,000. There we go. That's what's going on today. We love it. We love it. We love it. All right. Let's see. What else do we have going on? We've got the world on fire. Not literally, but the dolphin world on fire. Everyone's insulted. Everyone's pissed. We've got the Panthers. They finally lost the game. I mean, 81-1. By the way, he didn't play bad yesterday. I watched the game. It got out of hand in the third period, actually. In the latter half of the third period is where they pulled away. He had his share of saves, and let me tell you, the other goalie had some saves too, because we had our opportunities in that game to win, actually. So it wasn't like he played a bad game. If you watch the game, don't go by the score 5-2 because of the empty netters and all that stuff. If you really watch the game, he didn't do a bad job, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, you're going to lose at least 3 or 4 games. You don't think
the good teams don't, man.
No? 2 only good teams?
Yeah, 2.
Okay,
2 at the most.
So if the Panthers are really good, one more
One
loss.
each half of the season. This is it.
That's it. There you go. So they've reached the max.
Plus, we're getting the best from the goalies they're making plays against us because they know that.
Oh yeah. But I'll give Tarasov some love. Okay, he wasn't so bad. He had 17 saves, so it wasn't like he was peppered. You know what I'm saying? He did a decent job. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
You know what? I don't want them to win the President's Trophy. When we won the President's Trophy, it didn't work out good. So forget the 80 because that means somebody's got to go undefeated then.
Bubba, they won't do.
No, I know.
All kidding aside.
Yeah, no, I know.
All kidding aside now.
Yeah.
They've already shown us what they do now at the end of the year. They pull it into third gear. That's what they do. Now, I think there might be a little bit of urgency in the Panthers season in the early part of it because, hey, we're out without our big guns, our 2 biggest players. Okay, so we've got to pack on as many wins as we can to just kind of have a buffer and make sure, because you're going to go through bad streaks. You're going to have a streak or 2 this season where, things are going to be rough for a couple games. So you've got to make sure to take as much advantage as you can early on. So I think there's a little desperation in that sense. I mean, our boy here that we picked up from the Bruins, Marchand has started off like a banshee.
Yeah, he's taking over as the leader of on the ice right now while our guys are out.
Which he should.
That's why he's there.
Right.
Honestly, that's why he's there.
Yeah. So, and you got the Bennetts and the Reinhardts and the Verhaeghes. So we're going to be just fine. Just fine. Just get to the playoffs. Decent. Be in the top 4. Be in the first half of it. And that's it. I mean, they went on the road for the entire Stanley Cup last year. I mean, it's just they're tested. So watching the game yesterday, I just didn't feel bad about it. I'm not, dude, whatever. It is what it is. And I was actually happy for Tarasov. I thought he actually played a decent game yesterday in between the pipes. Hell, one of them actually hit the crossbar yesterday that Flyers did, which is crazy stuff. Anyway, so got a bunch of stuff to talk about today on the show, of course. We appreciate it. Don't forget to smash
that like button. It's very important you smash that like button. You can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can send in your donations and questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. We will read them here on the program. Thank you all out there. I see Jamie Zorrilla out in San Jose was number one there. And Jay Gelfin ready. Says he's ready for the Fort Lauderdale United and the Friday Canes. I'm going to try to get us an interview here in the next day or two to preview the Louisville-Miami game. We will have Manny Navarro on Thursday for our Big Cheese NIL, BigCheeseMiami.com NIL and recruiting report. And then Friday night, Manny will join us for the Caneswear report post for the Louisville game. So we'll see what happens there as the boys get it done. How's it going, man? And so as the boys get it done, and hopefully they continue their undefeated ways. But I'd like to get somebody on the Louisville side. I told you, Dolphins-wise, if the Dolphins were actually mattered, then I would make an effort. But, the Canes matter, so we'll make an effort. I don't really give a shit about talking to somebody in Cleveland about the Browns because, so. But there you go. That's the schedule for them. And, Sean, you've been with me now for several years now, okay? At the beginning of the football season, in the preseason leading up to the regular season start, people love playing the what game? The schedule game, right? And don't we laugh at those people every single?
That is my favorite game,
I mean,
favorite game.
And it's and I try to explain it to people every year that try to play the stupid schedule. And I get, look, bro, I understand radio hosts that have they lack the skill set to actually create talk. And great talk on other things that they have to come up with stupid little hypotheticals and stupid little games and all that so they can fill time because they really don't have the skill set to actually talk about real sports and real things that are going on. But I try to tell people every year, stop playing the stupid schedule game because you can't predict how good or bad teams are going to be. And if this season doesn't, like, some of you out there, you thought that the Dolphins actually had a chance to be good. We told you they weren't, but you thought so. And then the best part was, you're wrong. Because I heard this. I haven't gotten back this on the text line and on the DMs and all that. But you know what I got at the pre? You're wrong. The schedule's easy at the beginning. Well, when they're 5-1 or 6-2 to start the season, you're going to change your mind. Oh, none of those people have gotten back to me because, that's kind of the way it goes. Hey, the Colts are going to suck. Well, guess what? The Colts don't suck. You thought the Colts were going to suck. Well, you thought the Colts were going to be an easy game. Well, it wasn't an easy game. And guess what? They don't suck. They're one of the best teams in the league. I predicted the Patriots would be the second best team in the division. They're number one right now. Okay? I thought the Patriots are going to be pretty good and challenge for a playoff spot. I have a higher opinion of Rabel. That's why I wanted him last year. But, it is what it is. People said, the Dolphins will be. So last night we're watching the game, and here's the Falcons spanking the Bills. The ones that lost 30-0 to Carolina. And then the Bears are actually 3-2. With that quarterback, they're 3-2. And the Commanders, who's everybody's darling, is 3-3. I mean, most people playing the schedule game had the Commanders at 5-1 at this point, probably. And Jaden played well yesterday. It wasn't like he was a bad player yesterday, anything like that. But just the point is, if you look around, every year it's like this. Don't play. Stay away from the schedule game. Dolphin fans, stay away from the schedule game in general, fans, because you cannot predict the outcomes. And last night, those two games, I don't know how many people would have said outright that the Bears and the Falcons were going to win last night. How many people are going to go out on a limb and you know, maybe bet a nice parlay because the odds would have been freaking amazing money line on both of those. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's because you're getting such value. Hey, let's go. Well, what the hell, you know? But most of us are like, come on, dude, how high are you? There's no way both of them are going to win. Don't play the schedule game. Stop playing the schedule game. It's silly people play the schedule game. You're playing it so you could try to make yourself feel better or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it's just kind of funny how you see the season and there's a million examples to tell you don't play the schedule game. All right. The Horn Dog is in the house. R.I.P. D'Angelo. Yes, sir. 51, dude. He was 51, Horn Dog. That's the age my dad died. I just turned 59, bro. I have outlived my dad by 8 years. That sucks ass, dude. My dad's been passed away for over 30 years now. Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. 51. D'Angelo had, stupid cancer, bro. We can't figure it out. And I got to tell you, there's a part of me, it's like these bastards aren't figuring cancer out because we're making so much damn money off of it. To be quite honest. It's crazy, dude. Yes. R.I.P. to D'Angelo. 51. Unacceptable. Jeff in Long Island. Let's see. Did you talk to Joe Rose after the game? He said someone told him that made me think of you, that McDummy had Greer draft all the players he wanted on offense. I don't think so. Not this year, at least, because he said before the draft that I listened to my coaches a little too much. So I think that was a message that he was going to do what he wanted to. And in this draft, you took a guard, then you took a defensive tackle, and you took 2 more defensive tackles. Okay? And then you took a big running back, which is not what McDummy likes. What else did he take? 3 defensive tackles, a guard, which, by the way, McDummy puts no emphasis on guards. He likes to get crap and say, oh, no, I can make anybody a guard. Rob Hunt, we don't need him. So I'm just trying to, I don't know. I didn't hear it, so I don't know. But I'm just telling you, if you say something lazy like that, I can just go off and tell you the draft was nothing like McDaniel.
So it's Grant in the first round, Savanaya in the second, Jordan Phillips, Jason Marshall, Dante Trader.
Those are all defensive players.
Those are in the 5th. Yep, cornerback and safety.
Okay, so I'm
Ollie Gordon in the 6th, Quinn Ewers and Zeke Biggers in the 7th.
Right. I'm trying to, I'm trying to, Jeff, you can do the math yourself, my brother. When somebody says that, go back to the draft and go look at it and say, are these McD's players? Would he want 3 defensive tackles? No. Would he want to draft a guard early? No. The GM does because he drafted Rob Hunt early, right? So I'm just wondering here. I don't know if it was said. He's not in the big backs because, we had Chris Brooks here. And, we don't need him. Why are we going to use him? Let's get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So he drafted Ollie. That's not his guy.
He doesn't use Ollie anyways.
So and he doesn't use Ollie anyways. Yeah, great point. He brought Ikini, too, the big receiver, which he doesn't use big receivers either. I'm not exactly sure what you're listening to. Joe's a nice guy and all that, great, and he plays the fan role guy and all that on the radio and the shtick every day. I got it, bro. I got it. We sit down and break it down in facts. Just saying. Anybody that says that and you look at this draft had nothing to do with McDaniel, dude. Nothing. So, again, Jeff, I have no idea. I didn't hear it. But just by what you told me, I sliced and diced it with a Ginsu knife, and I ended just shredding it to shit. Okay? I just shredded that whole comment is a stupid, uneducated comment if it was said like that. Because I just gave you the education on it. Okay? Just in case. I'm just saying. Because, if you're going to say that the whole draft was McDummy and you really break it down, nothing about this was McDummy. Nothing. Okay? Not even Quinn Ewers. That's the front office. He picked the MILF monster. Yeah. I would suggest, I get it, dude. Fan relates to overreacting fan on the air. And that's the role, the shtick that they like to play. Yeah, I'm not into that, bro. I'm into being real. Just say what it is. Say what's going on. Anyway, TJ Superman says, watching the Ozzy Osbourne documentary on Paramount was expecting to be so emotional off the bat. Wasn't expecting it to be so emotional off the bat. Okay. And love how you said off the bat, too. Play on words there. Nice job by you, sir. Kosa, Christopher Rain, Stoney Stanley in the house. Take a trip with me. Joseph, Cheetah, Robert T, Incognitus, The Drew, Incognitus. Big O, I just emailed Miami Dolphins 2 times to complain. I also called them. I plan on mailing them a letter every month. Good for you. There you go. Let them have it, bro. Let them have it. I see Joseph, Oscar Rojas, Delvis, De Mendoza, Eddie Herada. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? What else? Dolphin 1979. Fire Chris Greer. That's what Dolphin 1979 wants. Sweet Baby Ray. Can we replace Chris Greer with Pam Grier? Give me Pam Grier in the 70s. So underrated. Pam Grier in the 70s is one of the hottest women ever on the planet. Cheetah, I'm not always right, but on that one I was, because you can't call that a McDaniel draft. I mean, we watched already the habits of McDaniel the last couple of years. None of those. That draft was more defensive related. So, but it's a bunch of young guys. Got to give young guys time to grow. Jeff in Long Island says, I said Dolphins will be 6-2 in the first 8-9 final record, or 9-8 final record. So 6-2 in the first 8, 9-8 in the final record. Yeah, no, that was your heart. SM Ducky says, I will never forget 80 Adams' skunk for firing. She got in her britches. Vrabel was, a little too machismo for her. And he was, he's been the man there, and he's done a lot of winning. You got to carry a sorry-ass quarterback and still win. A guy that could never make any plays in clutch moments if it's not for Derrick Henry or the defense. He exceeded expectations there, and they took it for granted. Let me tell you something. The Tennessee Titans are the opposite of what the Dolphins are. The Dolphins can't find themselves a head coach. That's why we have this joke now. Like we had the joke of Flo and the joke of Gase and the joke of all these other idiots that we've had in the past. The Tennessee Titans had one of the 5, 6, 7 best coaches in the NFL. And because the woman who doesn't know enough about football, but she just has her dad's name, took over, she goes and makes an emotional decision, a stupid decision. So now you find yourself in purgatory, and you're in a position where now you're a young quarterback. Now you've ruined 1 year of development. You've now got to go find a new coach, a new scheme, and he's got to learn and adjust to that while learning and adjusting to the league. So now you're going to make it harder on him. Okay? I see this all the time, right? You make life harder on your young quarterbacks, and you sometimes don't even find out. And if he starts taking a beating or whatever the rest of the way, this will be on the owner for that one decision her dumb ass made. So Amy Adams stunk. Okay? And that is just an absolute disgusting and irresponsible move. It's like Jerry Jones chasing out Jimmy Johnson, maybe not to that degree because Jimmy already had them at the pinnacle. But I would love to have Vrabel here. As you all know, last year I wanted him badly. While he was out there, I said, fire this idiot and go get him. So, Amy Adams Strunk is one dumb broad. Okay, but she's owning $1 billion product, so I guess she can do whatever the hell she wants, and there you go. But if I'm a fan, boy, I am pissed. You actually had one of the best coaches, and you chased them away. That's hard to find. And now the Patriots are on top immediately by adding that guy. Look at what they had before last year, and look what they have now. Look at their quarterback now, and look at their quarterback last year. And it wasn't May's fault at all last year. It's just if you don't know how to build around people and support them and all that, this guy comes in and he knows exactly the changes that have to be made, what has to complement the quarterback, all of that, and it's right away changed. It's a matter of knowing what to do or not knowing what to do. And we always get the guy that doesn't know what to do. Bro, we just had a coach here. The clown we had before this clown had a quarterback's coach that was straight from 7-on-7s. Wasn't a college guy, wasn't an NFL guy. He was a former NFL coach. Quarterback. I get it. But he had never coached at any high level. He had 3 guys calling plays. He had 4 different offensive coordinators during his stretch and 3 different offensive line coaches, or was it 4 different offensive line coaches and 3 different offensive coordinators? I forgot. Couldn't build a staff. You got to be able to build a staff. You got to understand your talent so you can then surround your talent with the proper stuff that they need in order to succeed, to make them look better. That's what football is. Find the complementary piece to the complementary piece to the complementary piece, and then when they're all in sync, it's a beautiful orchestra. And that's what Vrabel is. He's the conductor. He knows exactly what everything needs to be done, and we don't have one. We never have one. We never have the conductor, ever. We've always got some idiot that should be in the caboose. Howdy Pardelay. Please don't sleep on these trap games. That's why Vegas cleans up. Don't assume who's good and who's bad. That's all I'm saying. Joseph Guillermo Arauz, good afternoon to you, sir. Devin Jordan, Juan Mendoza. He says, Big O, I'm a blind-ass fan. If I'm going to bet on the Dolphins money line this week, I really like our chances as dogs this weekend. Juan, this is what I would tell you. Do what I did, bro. Follow my lead here on this one, my friend. Okay? All right? We were dogs last week. 3.5-point dogs. I waited for the game to go live. And then I waited for the line. And then the line went to Dolphins plus 4.5. I took it. Then it went Dolphins plus 5.5. I doubled that. And then it went to Dolphins plus 6.5. I doubled that again. So right now we're getting 2.5 to start the game. This is what I would do. Okay, I've talked about this before. I'm going to wait for kickoff, dude. I'm going to hope the Browns actually get the ball and start driving down the field and lift that line up to plus 3.5, plus 4, plus 5, whatever it is. And then that's when I'm going to pounce. Because I'm with you. Yeah, I get it. I think they can be competitive enough to either win the game or keep it really close. And if you're giving me the points, I like our chances of either losing a really close game or winning a really tight game. I am 100% with you, except I'm not doing it with the money line because I'm locked in then. I can't win if I lose. I won and they lost. Dolphins lost by 2. I won plus 4.5, plus 5.5, plus 6.5. So let's not go with the money line. Let's not count on these bastards that you can't count on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's depend on the more dependable, the more value. And the value is the money right now. The money is getting the points. That's the value. That's what gives you the strength. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking points instead. That way, if they lose a close game, I still win. In the other way, you're going to lose. And there's a great chance that they could lose, just like there's a chance that they could barely win. But they're not going to blow out the Browns. You know what I'm saying? But if I could get more than 2.5, if I can get that field goal, if I can get the hook to 3.5 or 4, pounce. The thing is, you got to have the balls that even if they score and it goes up to plus 4, 5, 6, because they went up 3-0 or 7-0, you've got to have the balls to say, okay, now I'm going to place the money on the Dolphins because now I'm getting a boatload of points. So that's the way I would play the game. I am not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I am not a betting consultant. I am not a betting expert. I don't know anything about this. Okay, I'm just an idiot that does a talk show every day. That's all I do. Don't listen to me about Bitcoin when it's at 16,000 and now it's at 100 and whatever it is now, 12, 13, whatever. I don't know anything. Okay, just want you to know that. I know nothing. All right, so want to make sure you all know that. Do your own homework. Ty in the Bronx is in the house. Lenny Pena, Tack Loves Art. Juan Rosa. Ocala Joe is smashing it and reminiscing about hot Pam Grier. Oh, boy, Pam Grier was a woman and a half in those days. Let's see what else. Incognita says, the longer Mike stays, the more damage he will inflict on them. Exactly. Justin says, Big O, over under odds Mike goes back to San Francisco or Denver as the ball boy. Denver. He'll go back, bring it full circle. I like that. Jay Slim, James Vivinetti, Lisa Rose. Don't you think the Dolphins defense are doing too much of punching the ball and instead of tackling? Yeah, but they're so desperate and behind and trying to create points and all that. They find themselves doing this and it's dangerous because you're not wrapping up the player instead. I agree. The Basketball Jones is in, yes. Brian Callahan was fired. Let's see. Octane Genius says, could not agree more.
Mike McCoy cleaned house of the Callahans. Offensive line coach Bill Callahan is gone. The rest of the staff will stay.
We've got to be the dumbest team in America. That Bill Callahan? Is that the Bill Callahan? That's his dad?
I'm guessing. Offensive lineman. I don't know.
Dude, I didn't.
Let me double check.
This is pure ignorance. This is Bill Callahan, the head coach of the Raiders. And I forgot what game it was or something. And we got to be the dumbest team in America. And then that is him, huh? His child is Brian Callahan. Okay. I did not know that. I did not even know that the old man was working for the son there. I had no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm following everything, but I know I know Callahan for sure. I know the old man. He's a good coach, by the way. He's a good offensive line coach. Oh, okay, because they fired, and so it would be uncomfortable. Yeah, so yeah, that's a smart move on his part. That's professional. He doesn't need the money anyways. Bill's made plenty of money in his career, dude. Please, but he's a good offensive line coach. I don't think he's a good offensive coordinator or head coach or anything like that. But Callahan was a good offensive line coach. I'm not going to take that away from him. Yeah, I remember that quote. That thing is burned in my mind. Oh, man. Think Blue Dodgers is smashing the like button and smoking the peach rings. OG. All right. I like it. There you go. Enjoy. More power to you. Let's see. Big O. Damn, Big O. That's cold. What did I say? I don't know. What did I say? I say a lot of things that could be cold, so I'm not sure which one. I'm waiting for the shirt. I'm not. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to have to talk to what's it called, to my boys and see if we could come up with, I'm not a financial advisor. That is kind of a funny thing, because I always say that because I want to remind people, like, yo, dude, man, you're on your own. You make your own decisions just like I do. And I can tell you what I'm going to do. You do what you want. You know what I'm saying? So not sure if you missed it in the past shows, but who's your dream GM? I haven't done any of that, bro. Until changes are made, until I find out who's available, I don't do any of those silly hypotheticals when there's nothing concrete to talk about right now. Nothing. Nobody's being interviewed. Nobody we know is available. We don't know what coaches have had a good season or a bad season, because we're still in the college and NFL seasons. There are so many questions that are unanswered. Unlike last year, that Mike Vrabel was sitting there the entire year and McDaniel sucked. I know that Teron Armstead didn't realize that till now. Way to wake up there, Teron. But anyway, last year when, those of us that actually already knew McDaniel sucked and he wasn't the guy, I wanted Vrabel at that moment because there was a Vrabel available. There is no Vrabel available. So the conversation now, there's nothing right now. There's nothing right now. We'll get into it when it happens, and it'll be a wide variety of names, and it'll be your opinion and my opinion, and none of it will matter. But last year, it only mattered one guy. Last year, it was like rock solid. Like you had to go after that guy. That was the best candidate available by miles and miles and miles. And we're idiots. So there it goes. So I'll talk about it when it actually happens. When they fire a coach or a GM or whatever. And when, they make those changes, if they make those changes, then we'll go. Then we'll talk about it. But right now, it's a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Big O, I was going to ask you about your T and what band, the Who? No, the. Got it. Yes, sir. Little the. Yes. Infect me with your love. All right. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Chainlink donation. Sweet Baby Ray, thank you for the love on Cash App. He says, for I was wrong, healthy Tua does not equal winning season. No, dude, if you don't block and you don't run and you don't use a tight end and you don't use big receivers, not just small receivers, you will never win with Tua. You will never win with Tua. If you got to make him the guy that's got to be the runner also and create everything for you because you can't block and he's running for his life and you don't want to dedicate yourself to keep your Pro Bowl caliber tight ends sitting on the sidelines till the end of the game, you'll never win. So, it's just who we are. We're idiots. We do stupid things. We use Reggie Bush as a running back. We use Devon Achane as a running back. We do stupid things. We keep Gesicki on the sidelines. We keep Darren Waller on the sidelines. We keep Jonnu Smith on the sidelines. Ikini, whatever the hell his name is, until he does something, I can't even, but why am I going to bother anyways? That guy caught 9 touchdowns with no quarterback. He can't catch a cold here. This is what we do. We have Chris Brooks. We like midget running backs. We'll have Chris Brooks run us over, right? That's exactly the way it should go. Kick Chris Brooks out. Chris Brooks comes back and kicks your ass. This is what we do. Kyle Krabs. He wrote an article about using the 22 and how they're succeeding with 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. But they don't use it enough. Welcome to Mike McDaniel's world. Just because it's working doesn't mean we're going to use it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is his MO. I saw the article. I retweeted. Yeah, it's nice, but, his ignorance shows every single time. Just showed it this week. If you play Waller the entire game, Miami wins the game. Last week, I saw it. You played Waller, you led 17-0. You didn't play Waller, you couldn't find and get him the ball, you lost the game. This week, you lost by 2, and you waited to use Waller at the end of the game. This is the dumbest mofo I have ever seen in my life. Okay? This is one stupid coach. This is the coach that your running game is pounding the crap out of the Bills. They don't know what's getting hit. And we'll stop. We're going to start passing. You are killing Green Bay with the running game. Let's get back to midget passing ball and put all the pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, let's become predictable. There was the one game where they moved 2 around and all. What happened? It worked? Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. That's right. If it works, well, then Mike McDaniel has no use for it. Mike McDaniel is the Harry Houdini of head coaches. He just wants to be put inside a straitjacket, placed inside a bin underwater, and, he needs to escape. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's just not enough. Please, crazy, glue my lips. What the hell? No, I've gotten out of this 8 times. No, I need you to crazy glue my lips now this time. I don't need to breathe. We'll see. If I don't get it through my nose, I'm done. It's this is what we're subject to every single week, every single year with this idiot. This is just one really stupid coach. By the way, don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. Come on, man. Got only 61 likes. There's over 140 watching. You guys could easily get us over 100. Please, let's go. Do it for Sean at least. Know what I'm saying? All Year Cooling and Plumbing. We love talking about Tommy and all the great people at All Year Cooling and Plumbing. Number 1, by the way, when it comes to AC and plumbing services, extended warranty, financing available, same-day installations. I can tell you because firsthand, my AC was installed by All Year Cooling when I was back at 640 Sports. I think we were called WMEN, right, or something like that. Yeah, something like that. And that's when, of course, Tommy Sr. was with us, and Tommy Jr., of course, who's running the show now. And I got my AC installed, and, dude, it still runs like a champ. And that's because All Year Cooling has given maintenance throughout its time. They're not trying to sell you another one. They're going to extend the life of the one that you have. Just buy it, take care of it, maintain it, and it runs for a long time. Talk to Tommy, man, 561-771-5773. They got great people, over 350,000 satisfied customers. From Homestead to Vero Beach, we've got a new office on the West Coast in Naples. I know we have a lot of listeners out on the West Coast. Appreciate you all out there. So please reach out to them, 561, or let's go with the 888 number, 888-204-5554. That's 888-204-5554 for all your cooling and plumbing. And tell them that I sent you. All right. Anthony Kyle Campos, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, McDaniel is what us Cubans say, postalita. Yeah, I would go with that. Let's see what else. I think Kurt Warner's passion and leadership would help this team become. I don't think that's what he wants. I don't think he wants to be a coach at this level. I don't think he'd want to deal with players and stuff nowadays. Let's see. Our rookie guard sucks. He gets bullied on the line. Got to feed him spam. Delvis, he's a right guard, has been a full-time right guard. He has to learn how to play left now. He has to learn what he habitually has done to the right, all to the left at the highest level. So, you know, this is why I told everybody it was going to be a bad year. And then I'm the asshole. You know what I'm saying? But you're the problem now. You had high expectations. You can't have high expectations for this team. And rookies, you know, you're the same guy probably killing Chop last year through his first 6-7 games, whatever it was, that he didn't play well. He's a rookie. It happens. Listen, if it's 2-3 years from now, then we got a problem. But a shocker. I had people talking about drafting a left tackle and going after left tackle because they didn't believe in Patrick Paul. He didn't even play much. And when he played, yeah, he was all right. But again, he's a rookie. You got to give him some time. And look, it's turned out pretty well. Sometimes they make a quick transition and sometimes they don't. And the problem with all of you out there, including you, Delvis, is that you all thought you were going to have a good season. And so now you want to kill the rookie class because it's not performing right now. Well, sorry, it's a rookie class. And those of you that put any expectations on a rookie class to be the deciding factor in your season, that's asinine. So what I did instead was I didn't count on any rookie. If I got one to do something, it's a bonus. That's it. It's a bonus. But I never count on rookies, dude. That's just crazy. So the 3 defensive tackles were going to have problems. The guard definitely was going to go through real issues because he has to learn everything in another way than what he does it. And it might be, by the way, I've seen this happen. Let me explain to you. Since I've done this for a long time, I've seen this happen, and I'm sure you know about this, Sean, that where you move the right guard to left or the right tackle to left, and then you find out he cannot do it. And then he goes back to his original side. We don't even know if that's the case for the kid. Just so I can prepare you ahead of time, because they could be dead set. No, he'll be a left. He'll be a left. He'll be a left. He'll be a left. And if the problems continue and all of that, they will go, yeah, we got to play him on the right side. He just is not, that's not his strength. There are corners that can only play one side. There are corners that can play a slot and the outside. Why can't they not? Now there's a corner that can play only on the outside, and why can't he play Delvis inside? Because he doesn't have the hips. Because the guy inside can be turned to the left and to the right. The guy on the boundary uses the out of bounds as a defender. So he can actually control where the receiver is going to go. He has less guessing to do. When you're in the middle and you're in the slot, the receiver can take you either way. So you've got to have great hips to go either way. Sometimes corners are just left and right corners. They can't even play both. I'm just trying to enlighten you all out there what's going on here, what they're trying. So be careful. We may find out that Savanaya can never play left guard and he's more of a right guard. And by the way, that'll be the 40 billionth time that that's happened in the NFL. But they don't know that until they actually try it. And I get what they're trying to do. Put the left and the right, left guard, left tackle, bring them together, and they grow up together, yada, yada, yada. And that all, the kumbaya sounds really nice, but we don't know yet. And nobody can predict that. Don't hold it against them, because there's a lot of players that are tried one place and then they go back to their original and then they just go out and have a terrific career. Maybe even go to the Hall of Fame sometimes. You know what I mean? But hey, they tried to do something with you, and that's not your game. Some guys can't play center because they can't play with the ball in their hand where they've got to snap and then react and then take on the blockers. It's hard. It's hard. So it's not that simple, and that's our problem, that too many of you thought this team was going to be good, especially with a terrible head coach. Smash. We're only at 74. Come on, man. Smash that like button. We give you guys information. Let's go. Smash it, please. Luis says, as long as we have Tua, McDaniel, and Greer every year, we will be bad every year until all of them are gone. There you go. What else? Big O, do you see any players getting traded? Come on, Devin, you listen. We told you 6 months ago who's going to get traded. It was Tyreek and Chubb. Now Tyreek is hurt. Chubb will be traded. That's it. And he's actually played the best out of the three guys. He actually gets sacks. You know, Jalen? Jalen cost me a chunk of Bitcoin, bro, this week. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. Let's do that. The Flyers. Last night, they defeated our Panthers 5-2. It's Florida's first loss of the season. They dropped to 3-1. Sam Bennett and Reinhart with goals. Tarasov, by the way, was the goalie. It wasn't Bob. 17 saves. They're back in action tomorrow night, and they are on the road for this 5-game road trip. This is game 2. They're at the Red Wings in Detroit. 7 o'clock face-off. Thursday, 6:30 at the Lexington SC Stadium. Fort Lauderdale United will take on Lexington SC at 6:30. Sunday, Miami FC will visit Birmingham Legion FC. Friday night, the University of Miami, number 2 in the country, 5-0, 1-0 in the ACC, will host Louisville, who's 4-1 and 1-1 in the ACC. I predict 4+ sacks for this game. Okay, just saying. If you can find a prop, if you can get over, they're going to go over 4 sacks. It's going to happen. Last night in the NFL, Falcons defeat the Bills 24-14. Buffalo drops to 4-2, and they're in second place behind New England right now. Atlanta improves to 3-2 with the victory. Bijan Robinson, he's good. 19 rushes, 170 yards, a touchdown, 6 receptions, 68 yards. Bears over the Commanders, 25-24. The Bears improved to 3-2. The Commanders dropped to 3-3. DeAndre Swift, by the way, 14 rushes, 108 yards, 2 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. So you fantasy folks, you enjoyed that. Miami Dolphins on Sunday will take on the Browns at 1 o'clock. We will get you ready at 11:30 a.m. with the pregame show. Brownies are favored by 2.5. The over and under is 40.5. Dolphins plus 125 on the money line. The Browns are minus 150 on the money line. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. I love these new TVs they're putting all over Hialeah. Big, giant-ass TVs everywhere. Love it. There's actually 2 of them behind us. We're going to be moving around here in the casino. We're going to be put in another spot. So we're not in front of the TVs. They need the TVs so people can see the TVs. Because while you're gambling, you can watch races across the country or any sports that are going on. And, you can wager on the tracks too. Which, got the simulcast center. No Steve today, by the way. He got caught by the nor'easter. So he's like 2 blocks from my house to get out of the place I'm at. It's 2.5 feet of water because the tide has come in and all that. And it's like, I'm like, yeah. I go, Steve, that place is going to get a little worse 10, 20 years from now. Because that's why I got a boat. It's like I was tripping out on X because, you get some real pieces of work on X. Have you seen, what is it, Cape Hatteras or whatever in North Carolina? Is that what it is, Cape Hatteras or whatever? It is Cape Hatteras where all those houses are falling and all that. The stilt houses that are in North Carolina. Yeah. Not Stiltsville here, but the houses on the stilts over there. So somebody on Twitter, puts out, obviously, I don't know, either they're young or they're political, one of the two. Why in the world would you build houses on the water? And it's like, when they built those houses back in the 60s and the 70s and the water was like 700 yards from them in those days. It wasn't coming up to them at all. Wasn't even close. It's just funny. Like they think like they built the houses like literally there where it could just hit them all the time. Like, yeah, like oil rigs. Yeah, exactly. Some people aren't very bright. It's like, yeah, dude, no. Yeah, the climate is changing, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah, beaches are getting smaller. You do have, it's just kind of the way it is. I can still remember going to the beaches in the 70s in Miami Beach or whatever, and it was, you could walk a little bit more before you were deep and all that kind of stuff, and the beach was away from you. It's a little different nowadays, a little closer to you nowadays. Has changed, it's crazy. Anyway, what else do we have? I still support Tua. I think the best thing for Tua is to get the hell out of here, bro. And, this leads me to the headline you see there. You should be happy Tua is giving Miami Dolphin fans what they want. I am laughing at the people that are disgusted by Tua's comments. Was it the perfect timing for it? No, it wasn't. Of course not. Everybody, wow, way to break the news. That's fantastic. But here's the problem with all of this disgrace and insult and all that. I'm sorry, what are you protecting? Who are the Dolphins? Who gives a shit? I'm glad somebody said something. Because you know what's going on. I know what's going on. Nothing is working. And it's kind of like the scene from, what is it, Naked Gun, where he's like, no, nothing to see here and all that. And the explosions are going on behind him and everything. And it's, come on, dude. I just went through a diatribe of how stupid Mike McDaniel is, where he goes away from everything that works. This is what we live in. So if he doesn't say this, I know he doesn't have much tact. I know he's not great out there on the podium. I understand that he sticks his foot in his mouth because he's not very good at this. I understand that, but I'm glad. Because nobody else will be honest with us. The owner's a freaking coward. He has cowered away from the media for years now. Won't face them because he's a failure, right? And he sticks with the failure, right? So all of a sudden, these people are like disgusted that Tua would how sacred the Dolphin locker room is. Screw the Dolphin locker room. Who gives a shit about the Dolphin locker room? Are they winning anything? I'm sorry. Is this the Panthers? Is Tua trying to sabotage the Panthers season? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's when you can get disgusted. That's when you can actually say, hey, what are you doing, dude? You trying to sabotage a good thing? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Where's the good thing? So any of the local former players that are disgusted by it, or any of the national players that are disgusted by it, listen, let me tell you, let me just put it nicely. Don't listen to any of those clowns. That's nicely. Okay? Listen to you. Listen to me. Okay? We're the ones that love the team. We're the ones that follow it. We're the ones that got to put up with the bullshit. We're the ones that know that it's not working. So I'm glad he dropped the grenade, because that will get the engines going now all of a sudden. And maybe we'll get some change now. Whatever it is. Whatever kind of change you want, but we need change. Because what's status quo is not working. So I am really glad that Tua stuck his foot in his mouth. I'm glad that he doesn't have, I don't know what you would call it, couth. I don't know what you would call it, tact. I'm not sure exactly what you want to call it. He's not very good at it, but I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm super glad that he did it. If it means that he gets the hell out of here, or McDaniel or whatever, then do it, bro. If it means that the owners will now, do something about it eventually, good. I want more dysfunction to come out. There is nothing to save here. There's nothing to defend here. So all these former players that are acting like they're insulted or all that, get the hell out of here, bro. There ain't nothing to save here. Okay? When you give me a team to save, then we can talk about it. When you give me a coaching staff to save, then we'll talk about it. But this isn't like the up-and-coming Canes or something. This isn't right now the Panthers locker room where all of a sudden we've got a cancer in the locker room and you need to get it out because we've got something good going on. There's nothing good here. So this misplaced, this fake insult that these players or former players have, please, dude, go somewhere else with that bullshit. Silly idiots. Anyway, goofballs think that this is like something sacred or something. Ain't nothing sacred about the Dolphins.
Did he break one of the unwritten rules?
Yeah, exactly. Give me a break. Sound like a clown, like a little bitch that's emotionally hurt. That Tua opened his mouth. Good. I'm glad he did. Changes. That's what you need, baby. Change taking places. So there you go. Tua's statements are troubling because he obviously has said it behind closed doors, but felt he had to make noise. Right or wrong timing, who cares if he's right? Fins are effed. That's right. Greg Armstrong, you don't know crap. What's McDoofus wanted in the draft? Your pure assumptions. Okay, so we should go with your assumptions? I don't know, Greg. Go with your assumptions or mine? I don't know. My assumptions are usually pretty damn good. May not be perfect, but man. So it's all good, bro. You don't have to like me. And some of you don't like me because sometimes I'm right about how bad the team is. And so you're a little, bitch hurt. I get it. So anyway, Tua has taken one for the team. Accountability leads to self-reflection. Good for the organization. Whatever. Devin Jordan, Joe Rose has had enough. Yeah. Whatever. He just proved there is total dysfunction. Exactly. And that's what you want. You want it to come out. Don't keep telling me that it's like listening to Belichick. Oh, no, we're getting better. I know the scoreboard doesn't say and this and that. And then I got to hear McDaniel. Well, I know that by the way, the effort that they gave and that they came back, and I know that they're committed. Oh, get the hell out of here with this already. Come on. There's nothing to save here. There's nothing to be disrespected about with the Miami Dolphins. Who cares, dude? I'm glad Tua said it. As wrong as it may be, it needed to be said because the place is polluted and nobody speaks the truth. So I'm glad. I'm really, really glad. One of the things that, and by the way, we're stuck with McDaniel and over there in Tennessee, at least with Callahan, they find in their second year, like, yeah, not good enough. They're out. We're 4 years in. I'm glad Tua spoke. We're 4 years in. How many years for Philbin? 5? Dude, we kept Tannehill around for 7. We kept Philbin around for 5. We're keeping McDaniel around for 4. He does this all the time, dude. All the time. He doesn't know when it's done, when it's not the guy. 4? 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 4. 4. Yeah, and he just gotten extended. So he was on the extension. Yeah. It's crazy, man. You're really crazy, man. Let me tell you a little bit about Subaru Pembroke Pines, where you can get $500 off. Tell them that Big O sent you. Go see Alan. He is the general manager there. He does exceptional work. Eric Stampone. Love Eric, man. He always joins us on the show. And right now, folks, they have got the Trick or Treat Pick Your Savings event going on right now. No payments till 2026 on Subarus. How about the Forester? $257 a month, a 2025 model. You could get the Outback for $237 a month, 2025 model. The Crosstrek, great selection. They got a bunch of them, $197 a month. Check it out. Also, the Legacy, 2025, $267 a month. The Ascent Premium, $367 a month. A great startup car for your kid. The Impreza, $177 a month, super affordable, man. And the Forester 2025, the Premium Hybrid, $447 a month. Check out all these lease features. You can also get $500 off when you tell them that I sent you. So when you get down there at 16100 Pines Boulevard, tell them that I sent you, and I promise you they'll take care of you. Of course, they're at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. All right. So Teron Armstead. I want to welcome Teron Armstead to the party. And you can go look for the soundbite. I don't even feel like playing it because I don't know. We'll probably get tagged or anything. I don't know. We could play the audio of it or whatever. But Teron was enlightened now, and he now believes that they're not a team and not a good team. You know, Teron Armstead is an exceptional human being. He is one of the better leaders you could ever have in a locker room. We all know that as a player, when healthy, he is impeccable. Okay? But when you want to play this game, you know, for a guy that's around the team and didn't figure out that the team that he was on last year was on the decline and on the way out, it's pretty freaking hilarious. And, this is kind of like some of the writers now want to fire. I think Barry Jackson was the only one that was firing McDaniel already for a bit, and then Perkins also. But most everybody else still had not gotten until like about now, when it's like obvious. And, former players, and I get it, Teron's a good dude and all that, nothing personal. But if you want to do this job like I've been doing for 36 years, okay, you want to be objective and you want to call it like you see it. But when you're a former player, you can't. And if you're looking to build on this and you want to get a little national cushy job, you're not. It's not good to have a strong opinion. So stay vanilla. It's all good. Stay vanilla. Fans don't hold it against you when you climb on the bandwagon super late because everybody else is doing it at that point. You know what I mean? They hold it against you if you're ahead and early and predicting the doom ahead of time. That you never want to do. That's what I do all the time. But anyway, just saying, like I knew it had to be blown up last year and fired and go get a new coach. But Teron Armstead figured it out now at this point. He now figured out that they're not a team. Yet they weren't a team last year, and he didn't figure that out either. But hey, welcome to the party, Teron. He's got to be half Cuban, right? Right? I mean, arriving to the party late as hell. I mean, that is as Cuban as it gets. Is it Teron Armstead Perez? Rodriguez? Garcia? Hernandez? Not sure, but I would not be surprised if Teron Armstead's half Cuban. As late as he is to the party, that matches exactly Cubans to every party. So I like it. I like it, Teron. Way to go, baby. Way to go. It took you a little while, but at least you got there. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Is this house over in Little Havana? Or is it by the roads? Just outside of Little Havana, but it's like the better area. Just wondering. Did you catch Teron at Versailles? La Carreta? La Casita? Not sure. Not sure, but he's been here too long because Cubans have infected Teron Armstead with tardiness. Oh, what's your Fiji sponsor code? Fiji should sponsor me. I mean, seriously. How many commercials have they had on this show for leading up to 6 years? This bottle has been here constantly. They should be my sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I drink this water religiously, bro. And it's and they're not my sponsor. Love Fiji water. There he goes. He's having Fiji some too. I even got Sean on Fiji. Let's see. Teron is buddy with the team. Come on, man. He had to show face. Yeah, and that's why I'm calling it out. That's why I'm calling it out. Because it's funny. So, Anthony Campos says, oh, I forgot about the Malinois trash. You never told us your Fiji water sponsor code. Malinois trash. Let's see. I just believe T-Stead is publicly admitting that they're bad. He had to realize this already. Yeah, but you got to say it. If you don't have the balls to say it, then you really can't play this game. You got to be able to say it. And he wasn't willing to say it. Till it's obvious that everybody knows it already at this point. By the way, what's going to happen to Mark Sanchez? Man, have you seen that video of him wandering around and running and all that? Like, what kind of drugs are you on, bro? Because because alcoholics don't do that. Like if you're drunk, you're not running because you're going to kill yourself. Usually you're drunk, you're just kind of stumbling and walking around or whatever, but you're not really running. That's not something you really want to do most people on alcohol. So my assumption is he's on some kind of drug. What it is, I have no idea. But he's got some issues. I mean, serious issues. He needs help and he needs to go to jail. Problem is he has enough money that he probably will avoid jail when it's all said and done. But it's despicable that you attacked a 70-year-old man and slashed him too, bro. Like he's got like an open gash here. My God. That is terrible, man. Shit. Now he's going to have that scar here. Like the guy from Sons of Anarchy that has 2 scars going across. But by the way, that guy's gotten a ton of work. That has never stopped him from getting work. Because I've seen him in many other. It's kind of like that dude that's bald that he started with no tattoos. And then he's got tattoos all over. And he's like an extra. And he plays some kind of a scumbag in everything he does. I forgot the guy's name. I don't know the guy's name, actually, to be quite honest. But I've seen him everywhere. And he started when he was always a scumbag, but he played it without any tattoos. And then as time goes on and he has roles on different shows and movies, he adds more and more tattoos. And it never stopped him from getting a job being all tatted up. So there are some of these characters that are like that they have something that they were born with or something that they've done to themselves, and it still doesn't stop them from getting work constantly with other entities, which is pretty cool, which is good for them, especially for their profession. What else do we have here on the show? I can see Tomlin getting canned if he has yet another first-round exit. John, to me, that's all stupid talk. Really. The teams that he's been getting to the playoffs with, I don't even know how they're 4-1 now. They're not very good. He gets teams that should not be in the playoffs to the playoffs. He hasn't had a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger. How's he supposed to win a playoff game? And like the last 2-3 years of Ben Roethlisberger, he was kind of already like 2 years, right? I want to say like the last 2 years, he had fallen off quite a bit, right? About the last 2 years. So he hasn't had a quarterback to win a playoff game, dude. And let me tell you, Aaron Rodgers isn't playing like anything great either. They are one of the most fraudulent 4-1 teams I've ever seen in my life. I think Mike Tomlin is actually a magician, dude. He's awesome. If they want to get rid of him, go ahead. Now, he's not going to win anything here if you don't get a quarterback either. Just saying. It's hard. I mean, hard to ask somebody to win a playoff game when they don't have the goods and they overachieve with everything you give them. Like McDaniel underachieves with every roster given to him, and Mike Tomlin overachieves with every roster given to him. Mike McDaniel couldn't be half the coach that Mike Tomlin is. Now, Mike Tomlin is his own enemy at times because from what I've learned is that he is very influential in the draft. So a lot of the problem childs or children that they've brought on, especially a wide receiver, he's part of that. He's part of the reason that they've brought on some of those guys. So that's the one thing that I would do if Tomlin ever left and was going somewhere else, I wouldn't give him personnel control. Problem is, with coaches like that, they're going to demand personnel control, and it's hard to deny them because of their expertise and their success, But that's really the bugaboo for Mike Tomlin, is that he kind of hurts himself in the personnel part, and he's outstanding as a coach. Outstanding. There is no reason for Pittsburgh to be 4-1 right now. Zero. Don't understand it. Makes no sense whatsoever that they're 4-1. So, anyway. What else do we have? Tape the Fiji water. You give you give them. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Then I got to spend money on tape every day. No, that's all right. Hire Callahan for offensive line coach. Oh man, Mark Sanchez's issue is so bizarre. Agree that is not alcohol. Perhaps a hallucinogenic. I would agree with that. It's definitely some kind of hallucinogenic. It's something. Because think about it. How did you not see that that's a 70-year-old man you're attacking? And a grease truck driver. Like, and what makes you the parking police in Indianapolis alleyways? Like, yeah, behind a hotel. Like, hey, I'm in charge here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how anybody employs Dirty Sanchez again, to be quite honest. Sorry. Big O, can you see Baltimore or Browns getting, well, we'll see if it happens. Let's see. Cam Ward told the media that his team sucks ass, and a week later they fired Callahan. Tua speaks up, and it's a slap in the wrist. What crazy crap do we need to do to get rid of McDummy? I have no idea. Yep. Mike Tomlin is a national treasure to handle AB, Big Ben, Le'Veon, Jesus, aged like 40 years. Yep. I would agree with that. Do you think Tyreek would mess around if he had Tomlin as a coach? Yeah. Yeah, because AB was an idiot with Tomlin, and eventually they had to just get rid of him. Dude, Big Ben was like, an alleged rapist in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Le'Veon Bell was a moron. And they got rid of him. It was Le'Veon Bell. When you're kicking ass and you're Le'Veon Bell, and you're trying to get money from the Rooney family, and you need a new contract, would kind of help to show up to the Rooney funeral. When you don't show up to the Rooney funeral, they might take it personal. They might not want to re-sign you. But, Le'Veon isn't the brightest bulb in the chandelier. So this is the guy that left two hoes in his apartment and went to work. Oh, yeah, I just met you last night. But ladies, hang in there, and I'll be right back. Make yourself breakfast. Make yourself at home. But not only did they took your home. Exactly. Let's see. Can your lawyer sponsor help me from mental trauma of getting Deion Jordan? Maybe. You never know. Call him. Consultation's free. So it could be that could be the deal. That could happen. By the way, it'll air this afternoon, Ira, at 6. I spoke to Ira Winderman earlier this morning. We had a very good conversation. So check it out. It should be dropping later on the platform around 6 o'clock. Okay. And don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. We're still not over 100, man. Still not over 100. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And, of course, you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donations, as always. And we appreciate it. All right, let me go to a little music here. Let's go with musicians celebrating birthdays today on October 14th. Who was born today? Usher. Born in 1978. Happy birthday to Usher. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays. Natalie Maines from the Chicks, born in 74. Thomas Dolby. She blinded me with science. Born in 1958. By the way, he is coming to town. Thomas Dolby. I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to go to that concert. Let's see what else. Celebrating birthdays today. Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, born in 1946. Love the Moody Blues. Cliff Richard, a.k.a. Harry Webb, dreaming of me and you, born in 1940. Let's see what else. Let's go with other famous people celebrating birthdays. As you know, if we don't give you the age, that means they are no longer with us. William Penn, the English Quaker who founded Pennsylvania, was born on this date in 1644. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 34th President of the U.S., born in 1890. Hall of Famer Oscar Charlton, born in 1896. Nobel Peace Prize politician Le Duc de, born in 1911. U.S. Surgeon General Dr. C. Everett Koop, born in 1916. Actor Roger Moore, born in 1927. Watergate figure John Dean, born in 38. He is 87, still with us. Fashion designer Ralph Lauren, born in 39. He's 86. This is one hell of a list, by the way. Actor Harry Anderson. Wow, Night Court, born in 52. No longer with us, unfortunately. World Golf Hall of Famer Beth Daniel, born in 56. She's 69. Actress Lori Petty, born in 63. She's sick. Wow, Lori Petty is 62 already. Damn, dude. I didn't know Lori Petty was older than I am. I had no idea. I thought she was younger than I am. Radio personality Jim Rome, born in 64. He's 61. Let's see who else. Oh, I see a wrestler with a great ass. Let's see. Actor, comedian Jay Farrow, born in 87. He's 38. NFL player Jared Goff, born in 44. He's 41. And that is it. Sean Stanley, you have wrestlers?
I got wrestlers.
What do you
Blackjack Lanza was born on this date in 1935. Dan Spivey turned 73 today. Nikolai Volkov was born on this date in 1947. Raquel Diaz, the daughter of Eddie Guerrero, Shaul Guerrero, turns 35. And I believe this is the one you were talking about. She's got legs. She turns 46 today also.
She got an ass.
Stacy Keebler was born on this date, October 14th, 2025.
I'm looking at Stacy Keebler in a magazine. My wife is sitting next to me. She goes, wow, she's got a great ass. So, just saying. You got to call it like you see it. You know what I'm saying? Because she had one of those pictures. This was like in her heyday. What, 15 years ago? About, right? Yeah. I remember doing it, and I was just going through a magazine. She was next to me, and there was a shot of Stacy Keebler, and she had like the bikini that was like, pretty much showing all of her ass. And my wife was like, wow, okay. If I had an ass like that, yeah, I'm sure like that too, It's kind of like that. What are you going to do? All right, let's what happened today in music history today. In 68 on this date, the Jackson 5 made their national TV debut on ABC's Hollywood Palace. In 72 on this day, Michael Jackson went to number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Ben, the song from Jackson's first U.S. solo hit. He was 14 years old at the time. and it was all about rats. It's just kind of weird that song was tied to that movie full of rats. Ben. Let's see. In 80, Earth, Wind, and Fire released their 10th studio album, Faces. It features Let Me Talk, You, Back on the Road, and Love Goes On. In 81, Prince released his 4th studio album, Controversy. It features the singles Controversy, Sexuality, Let's Work, and Do Me Baby. In 83, Lionel Richie released his 2nd solo studio album, Can't Slow Down. It features the singles All Night Long, Running with the Night, Hello, Stuck on You, and Penny Lover. Penny Lover is actually a really good song. I like that song. In 85, In Excess released their 5th studio album, Listen Like Thieves. And it features Give Me What You Need, Give Me What You Need, yeah. This Time, great song too, Kiss the Dirt, and the title track, Listen Like Thieves. In 86, Wang Chung released their 4th studio album, Mosaic, and it features the singles Everybody Have Fun Tonight, Let's Go, and Hypnotize Me. In 89, Motley Crue started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. album charts with Dr. Feel Good, maybe their best produced album. I didn't say it was the best album. I didn't say it was, because for me, the original and Shout at the Devil are definitely the best 2 albums that they've ever made. But the sound of Dr. Feel Good, the production in that record was second to none, dude. It was awesome. In 96, Madonna gave birth to her first child, a daughter named Lourdes. The father is her personal trainer, Carlos Leon. Let's see. In 2006, Freddie Fender died of complications from lung cancer at the age of 69. Fender is known for his hits Before the Next Teardrop Falls and Wasted Days and Wasted Nights. I like that song. Let's see who else. In 2009, Paul McCartney was named Songwriter of the Year at the 29th Annual ASCAP Awards in London. The award presented honors songwriters and publishers of the most performed works in the U.S. during 2008. And let's see. And in 2016, Kings of Leon released their 7th studio album, Walls. It features the singles Waste a Moment, Reverend, Around the World, Walls, and Find Me. Let me see if there's any birthdays on this list that wasn't on the other one. It's kind of hard because that was pretty good today. Oh, Dan McCaffrey, the frontman of Nazareth. I like it. Love Hurts. Born today in 46. Marcia Barrett of Boney M is 77. How about that? There were a couple. And that's it. And that's what happened today in music history. How about that? All right. By the way, Bret Michaels and Tesla was announced here in South Florida. They are touring together. You may want to check out the dates. There's another tour. There's another date in Florida, upstate, but they'll be at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater Friday, March 6th. So just in case, if you want to go see Bret Michaels and Tesla, I will be there for sure for that one. I love Tesla, man. I wish it was the other way around. Actually, Bret Michaels opening up, and then I get the full set from Tesla instead of Tesla being the opener. But whatever, it is what it is. I'll enjoy the Poison Bret Michaels stuff, but definitely the Tesla stuff for me is the superior thing there. Pittsburgh's only one decent win was against the Vikings, and looks like they are going to sweep. They're going to sweep AFC North. Again, they have had nothing to really win, and the fact that they've gotten to the playoffs so much, that's where I think that if you're a Steelers fan, you should be grateful because your teams haven't been that good, and somehow or another you still make it to the playoffs. I get you want to win, but your teams aren't good enough to win. I would argue they're not even good enough to get to the playoffs, and somehow or another they make it to the playoffs, which is really like screwed up for me. Like that one I can't understand. So, and also rest in peace, Tommy Price over the weekend. I didn't mention it yesterday. The longtime drummer for Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, he passed away at the age of 68. That happened over the weekend also. Last week, man, did you see Billie Eilish was here in town? Did you see how they grabbed her ass? Like she was going by the fans and somebody like grabbed her and pulled her in like violently, dude. And then it's like they had the security there and then got her up. Didn't look like she got injured or anything, but that was kind of funky too, man. Some people, man, can just be absolute jerks and abuse situations like that. What else do we have going on? Pat in Nashville says, my brother flew to Miami this weekend. The 2 concerts, Chris Stapleton, canceled, and he had tickets to the game Sunday with sideline passes. Said Ross looked pissed. Show me that you're pissed. I mean, I don't know, man. I just I can't. I don't think you're that pissed because what would make you extend McDaniel? Yeah, same thing. Extend Philbin. Exactly. That's my point. Are you really like? It's like Tua at the podium. Like he doesn't really understand what he shouldn't say at times. Because he's been over and over. Like the honesty always burns him. Always. No matter what, about him or if he compliments somebody else or something. Oh my God, he complimented Josh Allen. He said that Josh Allen could do things he can't. Like you didn't know that? So, yeah, it's just a weird thing, dude. Just a weird thing. I don't believe this whole piss thing. Somebody that's pissed doesn't say that, oh, well, I really like McDaniel and I want to give this more time. Where? Where does that make any sense whatsoever? Nowhere. It's a lie. It's a flat out lie. There's no way that anybody with common sense wants to keep McDaniel going. I don't understand that one, man. That's where I'm confused. It's either this is his guy, him and Garfinkel or whatever, or he likes Chris Greer so much and Chris Greer continues to convince him, no, he'll turn around or something. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. But since you did what you did with Philbin and with Sean Payton and with, and with Harbaugh and all that, I know you don't care about the general manager. You're going to go do what you want anyway. So that's where I have no idea. I have no idea. But we'll find out. The good thing is, man, time will answer all of this. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Some change will be made. That's for damn sure. Some change will be made. And that at least will be some kind of progress, and that's all I could hope for. All right, folks. My throat's already hurting a little bit as I've been coming off this cold already. We appreciate the Brunetti family as always. We thank, of course, Steve Calabro. He got caught in the nor'easter upstate in New Jersey, where he reminds us all the time that he's from. We don't have nor'easters here. Come on down, Steve. Join us here. So we'll catch him on Friday. He'll give us the wise guy picks. So we'll get back on track. So we'll have him on Friday. And tomorrow we're in studio. Yep. And then Thursday we're at Caneswear. All right. Starting at 11 a.m., we'll be at Caneswear, getting you ready for Louisville and Miami on Friday. And by the way, Thursday, Manny Navarro will join us. And then Friday, Manny will join us in the evening. I will do a second show for the post game for Louisville and Miami, and we will have Manny on at that time. Appreciate all of you out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please smash the hell out of the like button. Still didn't get us over 100, man. Come on, get us over that 100 now before we're gone here. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Sean, for all your work, sir. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel.